Welcome back to Dandelion, which is brought to you. My name is Nux, and we're trugging along this journey, I think. That's the only way I could possibly describe it. Anyway. Sorry, this thing, it's so dark. I wish I had a light that was like this, but it's... I blinded myself looking at that. I think it's fine. I mean, whatever. Perhaps it's because the weather has gotten chillier. Sorry, whoa. That is loud, isn't it? Perhaps it's because it's gotten chillier. But there weren't many people in the park. Looking at the fallen leaves while sitting on a bench with Jisoo, I was surprised that it's already been a year since we first met. So your sister's quiet type. Just a few days ago, Jisoo and I talked about family. I usually avoid the subject of family, but it was okay to talk about it with Jisoo. With Jisoo, I feel like I could talk about anything. When people ask me about my family, I'd always say that everything's fine. I was afraid others' reactions would remarks if I had told them the truth. If I don't live a happy family, or if I don't have a happy family. It seems as if someone had done something wrong to break the family apart, and I didn't want to give people that impression. Jisoo always told me about his family. He didn't go into details. Okay, I was like, did he really? He didn't go into details, but usually told me about his sister. Though she's still young, she does a good job in housework and enjoys reading books. She's not really quiet, but just shy in front of strangers. She always follows me around. I think she's a really cute person. Yeah, really. Jisoo smiled softly. He must be thinking of his sister. She used to fall down a lot when she was young, so I always had to be by her side. Who does she live with now? Jisoo's living with me now, so who's taking care of his sister? I asked without giving a lot of thought, but Jisoo's smile suddenly disappeared. This is fucking bad. Not answering my question, Jisoo stood up from the bench. Shall we go? He smiled. I could feel a cold breeze blowing from where Jisoo was standing. Winter must be coming. Winter must be coming? It's been winter for a while. What the fuck? It's snowing. What do you mean? I headed home with Jisoo before it gets any colder outside. What the fuck? Okay, day's over. It's the middle of January. What do you mean winter should be coming? Hello. Stress literally does not matter to us. Let's read a Harlequin novel. Hello. Mom? I could hear Mom's voice over the phone. It hasn't changed a bit. Yes, Mom. I could only answer with yes, as always. Our phone call in half a year ended like that. The phone in my hand suddenly felt very heavy. She just said she was coming here to see me. I didn't have the chance to tell her anything about the guys that I'm living with. What would she say if she saw me now? Oh, I have to hide everything. The animals, I have to hide their stuff. Oh, gosh. I have to make the house appear Mom expects it to be. I frantically began to gather the animals' belongings all over the house. I have to hide everything. I have to make this place clean. What are you doing? Jisoo saw me stuffing the washer with a bunch of clothes. He looked at me in surprise. What should I do? Are you alright? What's wrong? Jisoo came closer. I unconsciously backed away from him. Jisoo stopped and gave me a bewildered look. My mom is going to visit me. Today. I must hide everything. Mom must not find out. Please, take everyone and go outside. Don't come back until tonight. Jisoo seemed like he was going to say something, but I ignored him and instead closed the door of the washing machine filled with clothes. I have to hide all the evidences. The kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, my room, the entrance. I hid everything that belonged to the animals and I cleaned the entire house from top to bottom. When I was done, I noticed that everyone had gone out. The house was completely silent. No one is here. I was all alone in the clean house. You could smell the air freshener all over the house. I feel as if I went back in time when I was living alone, back to my dull life. I seemed to have gone back to the old me when only showed Mom the daughter that she wanted to see. I took a deep breath. Do you ever clean up? It's Mom. Her high heels and designer bag, nothing about her has changed. Mom looked around the house with a frown. After her suspecting something, my heart began to beat fast. It's about 7 months since we met. She hasn't changed a bit. And how I act in front of her hasn't changed a bit either. So, you graduate soon, right? What about finding a job? It's been a long time since I gave up hearing "how are you" from her. I'm working on it. You shouldn't just prepare. You send your resumes here and there. You won't get anything done just by saying things. You need to act like everyone else. I thought you didn't want me to be like everyone else. What do you mean? Mom said she sat down on the sofa. Oh, as she. You're going to graduate from an average school, so you should probably work in an average company too, I guess. I thought I was used to those words by now, but they still hurt. Average. My mom told me many times that I have to be special. Any lower than 100 is just average. And now that I became that average person she always talked about, Mom went out of her way to make me special, but I ended up becoming an average person. I invested so much money into your education since you were little. I don't understand why you became like this. Mom opened her purse and took out a small mirror and lipstick. I called out to her in a small voice, but she was much more interested in looking at herself through the mirror. Mom, what is it? Once is enough. Mom glanced at me with an annoyed look and began fixing her makeup again. Mom, why did you come here today? Mom, who was applying her lipstick, stopped her hand. Why? Are you here to criticize me, or are you here to tell me again that I'm not special? I never once regretted moving out of the house. I tried to become that daughter that Mom wanted me to be, but no matter how hard I tried, I could not figure out what I wanted to do. Only anxiety would pile up. Don't talk to me like that. Mom pulled down the mirror that she was holding. She finally looked at me. Did you know how much I invested in you? If I hadn't, you'd be worse off than you are now. Mom's angry face. That face scared me to death when I was little. I always tried my best not to make her angry, but it didn't work, so I always considered myself a bad child. It's weird when she says stuff like that. It's like, God, I always made her angry, but then when she thinks back, she's always like, yeah, Mom was always happy until Dad left. So it's like, what memories are true here? You know? I know that you're a failure, but since you're my child, I just came over to see how you're doing. A failure? Mom always said words that hurt me so casually. If getting a job doesn't work out, then just prepare for a law school. Why do you always try to push me? There are many things out there that would make me happier, but something that suits me better. Why do you always shut out those possibilities and force me to do something that I don't want? I can't even seek out for what I want because I'm a failure. Why am I a failure? What? A failure? A success? Who decides that? You're the one who decided that. I felt a sharp pain in my left cheek. This is the first time she's hit me since I was little. Yeah. But I've been hurt by her words for too long. Slapping didn't even hurt. Don't you dare talk to me like that again. Are you blaming me for not having a talent, for working hard enough? No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just trying to tell you that don't judge me as a failure. I want to say those words, but voices wouldn't come out of my mouth. I was afraid that I would burst into tears as soon as I started to speak. Do you know how much I invested in you? More than any other mothers that I know. But despite that, you turned out this way. How do you think I'd feel? I don't know what came over you. I should have known from the moment you entered this college and went out to live alone. I should have known. I did the best I can. I don't know what else I can do anymore. No, Mom's leaving. I wanted to tell her something. I didn't even tell her anything yet, but she's leaving. I'm tired of being concerned about you. I'm gonna live my own life now. She opened the door, just to let you know. The door closed. I stood alone in an empty room. I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to say anything. I mean, good, though, right? Like, that's what you wanted. Hee-jung. Ji-yoon was the first one to come home after Mom left. I could only smell the strawberry shampoo that I bought for him. He's been using the shampoo that I bought for him. I have something to tell you. I could already guess what he was going to say, although I knew I couldn't say anything. I'm going to leave this house now. I feel bad for always having you take care of me. I actually met someone nice. I looked up to see Ji-yoon's face. Someone nice? I know that all of us can't live forever like this. I should have been prepared to have them leave. If he really met someone nice, I would feel more relieved. I knew that his words weren't true. Yeah, sorry for not telling you sooner. But he's leaving. Can't see his bright, smiling face or him teasing the other animals anymore. And everyone will eventually leave. Alright, I answered in a feeble voice. I knew this would be like this, but... Ji-yoon, are you okay? Ji-yoon asked with a concerned look on his face. Where's Jisoo? Is he not home yet? Jisoo, the person who accepted me for who I am. The person who enabled me to find happiness in life. Well, when Jisoo comes, talk to him. I don't think I'm the one whom you should talk to. Jin began to pack his belongings. He's leaving. Faint smell of orange that lingered in the house is also leaving with him. Jian opened the door. Take care. And the door closed. I was left alone at home. I could hear nothing. Am I useless because I'm a failure? And Jian. There were people who weren't destined to stay with me. Mom didn't have faith in me until the very end. Well, no matter how hard I try, I can't do it. What am I supposed to do now? I think I did the best I can. How come I can't be happy? Why can't I become happy no matter how hard I try? Why am I living this busy life? Being so afraid of Mom. I don't even have a goal. I don't even know what I want to do. Am I going to just graduate and get a job? Am I just going to get a job anywhere? Am I just going to prepare for a law school just as she told me to? I'm home. It's Jisoo. I didn't feel like greeting him. So you cleaned up the whole house because of your mom? This place is totally clean. Hey, what happened to you? Will Jisoo also leave me one day? Will he stay with me until the very end, not abandoning me? I wasn't sure. He might leave me one day, just as Mom and Ji-Yun did. One day, he might appear with a goodbye. Jisoo. Hey, what's wrong? What am I to do if you were to leave me one day? Ji-Yun left. Oh, so he eventually... Will you someday leave too? What? Are you just gonna leave me like Ji-Yun too? Leaving me all alone by myself? Jisoo didn't answer. Why? Why are you not answering? You can just tell me that you won't leave, that you'll stay by my side. So you're really just gonna disappear? Like Ji-Yun? I waited, but Jisoo still won't answer. No way. Are you really going to leave someday? If that's the case, then if you're gonna leave someday, just leave now. What? Don't make me get attached to you even more. Just get out. Although my face was a mess from crying, I looked up to see Jisoo. Although I told him to leave, I was actually scared that he really will. I wanted him to give me a big warm hug and tell me that he'll be by my side. But Jisoo didn't answer. He said that he would not leave. Why did you guys appear in front of me? I asked that question. That was left unanswered again. What do you want from me? Can't do anything for you. You won't get anything by staying with me. So why me? Why did you appear in front of me? You're going to end up being disappointed and leave anyway. So I'm going to be all alone once again. I felt completely lost and helpless. And I felt pathetic, screaming like a little child as if to ask people to throw a pity party for me. It's fine. This is enough. What good is it if you continue to stay with me anyway? Jisoo grabbed my left shoulder with force. He looked at me straight in the eyes. You're really making me angry right now. Do you know that? We're not going to be together forever anyway. Ooh. Don't make me feel attached to you if you aren't going to stay with me forever. Don't make me like you. All of you will leave anyways. You're all going to leave me by myself. I know, so please. I don't want to hurt anymore. I'm scared. It would have been better if you had disappeared without me knowing it. What was that pink? Why are you suddenly acting like this? It's because of Ji-Yun. I'm not going to let you go until you tell me. Jisoo always looked me straight in the eyes. He always accepts me, everything about me, even when I cry, even when I yell hysterically. Mom didn't look at me like that. She left without even trying. I burst into tears. I didn't mean to cry in front of him, but tears kept seeping beneath my eyelids. Stop crying. Tell me everything. Before I could stop myself, I spilled everything out. Why did Mom? No matter how hard I try, she won't accept me for who I am. Why? Am I not good enough? I asked Jisoo those questions that I've been asking myself. She seemed baffled at my words. Am I such a bad person? Is that why everyone disappointed me and leaves? Because I'm not good enough? Because they don't like me? Did I really do something that wrong? Am I wrong? God, that's so difficult. All my hard efforts, were they useless? No, that's not true. What are you talking about? Explain to me. Why would Mom love me? Why? Why would she accept me for who I am when I'm really trying my best? Why did I become her failure? Failure? Don't say that. Snap out of it. Jisoo shook me, rushed. That made me come to my senses a bit. Hey, tell me one more time. I'm gonna get really angry, and I mean it. I could see his angry expression. Ah. That's not his angry expression. Are you okay now? Jesus. I blinked twice. I could see Jisoo more clearly. His angry expression was nowhere to be seen. He looked very worried instead. Listen to me. It's not your fault that Jiyoon went out. He has complicated reasons of his own. I don't know what happened between you and your mother, but calm down. Why didn't you tell me anything until now? It's my problem. How can I tell you? It's something that I've never told anyone before. Promise me. What? Promise me that you'll never... Sorry, whoa. Promise me that you'll tell me everything from now on. Promise. Does that mean that you listen to everything I have to say? I'm gonna be worried about you if you don't. You look as if you're gonna fall apart at any moment. Felt touched. I'm not sure if it was because this is the first time someone had shown this much care and concern, but no matter what you do, I will watch everything until the very end, I promise. Promise me. Is it really okay? Jisoo won't hate me, even if I tell him about myself. If you don't promise me, I'm gonna kiss you without permission, okay? Don't do that. That's creepy. My face flushed. How can you say those words at a moment like this? My face must look terrible right now from all that crying. I looked up and saw that Jisoo's face was a bit red too. God damn it. What I mean is, it's okay to depend on me when you're having a hard time. Stop acting so tough. Depends on you. Jisoo? You're not a superwoman. Nobody's gonna give you an Oscars award for acting tough when you're secretly crying alone. I never cried alone. I actually cried alone a few times in my room. I was so nervous about my future and felt so sorry for myself for not being loved by my mother. Hey, I already knew that from a long time ago. Jisoo hugged me. So you already knew. I felt ashamed and pitiful. But Jisoo's hugging me, telling me that it's okay. He says that he even accepts the ugly sides of me. Maybe I really can tell Jisoo everything. Maybe it would be okay to depend on Jisoo, who accepts me for who I truly am. Today's over. I should take a rest. Crazy day, guys.